U.S. history students, we will be working today on the week 5 quiz. I'll be reading the questions and the answer options to you. There are 9 questions on this quiz, and it's for a total of 20 points. Question number 1. Theodore Roosevelt's foreign policy philosophy was summed up by his quote, "To speak softly and carry a big stick." Which would Roosevelt oppose as part of his policy? Building the Panama Canal, intervening in blockades of Venezuela, sending Marines to Cuba, or reducing the size of American military forces. Question 2. Which best describes William Howard Taft's dollar diplomacy? Buying the favor of other nations by sending bribes to their leaders, hiring the best available diplomats regardless of salaries, extending American foreign policy influence through business deals rather than force, accepting money from other nations in exchange for favors. What were Woodrow Wilson's goals for U.S. diplomacy? To acquire new territory peacefully, to promote world peace through American influence, to build the military, especially the Navy, or to gain land in Mexico to exceed Polk's vision of American territorial growth. Number 4. While the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand is considered the spark that caused World War I to begin, there were underlying issues that helped lead to most of Europe being caught up in a major war. The term Main, M-A-I-N, is used to describe these other issues. Which option below correctly identifies the meaning of each letter in the word Main? Marketing, alliances, isolationism, nationalism. B. Militarism, allegiance, isolationism, naturalization. C. Militarism, alliances, isolationism, nationalism. Or D. Militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. Question number 5. Which policies kept the United States from entering World War I in its first 3 years? Imperialism and neutrality, isolationism and neutrality, the Monroe Doctrine, and anti-imperialism. Imperialism and democracy. Number 6. What was the effect of Germany's decision to continue to practice unrestricted submarine warfare? A. Great Britain stepped up its naval actions and stopped Germany. B. The American Navy began systematically destroying German submarines. C. It was one more action that led the U.S. to declare war on Germany and enter World War I. Or D. The British and French prepared to surrender. Question number 7. What was the impact of the U.S. joining World War I? Germany's allies surrendered once the United States committed to war. Germany became more determined than ever, causing the increase in the death rate. American forces increased morale and ended the stalemate on the Western Front, which led to Germany's eventual defeat. U.S. participation caused a rift between Britain and France that extended the war. About 2.8 million American soldiers fought in Europe during World War I. What was their experience like? Write a response of at least 2 complete sentences, including 2 specific hardships faced by soldiers during World War II. Question number 9. Which of the following are ways the American government tried to change public opinion of the war and limit opposition to American involvement? They formed a committee on public information to create propaganda about the war and passed the Espionage and Sedition Acts. Established a special agency within the Department of Defense to respond to questions, created the American Civil Liberties Union to ensure all Americans kept their rights, or provided tax rebates in exchange for military establishments. Good luck on your Week 5 quiz, students, and we will see you next time.